Hey everybody, welcome back to SNOA. Today, I want to share about something that is very important, and it's just a breaking news, guys. It happened actually a couple hours ago, earlier today, and this is one of the continuity of the discovery of wonders of Africa. All right, so Africa. Original name of Africa, actually, the one that I prefer to use is Al-Keblan, which means the original of mankind, or the Garden of Eden, where perfect peace and perfect love and everything exists. You know what I'm saying? We all know the story of Garden of Eden. That is Africa. And Africa, it is the beginning of mankind. Not because we just say to brag about it, but because that's how it is. You know, that's how it is. The first man on earth, was found in Ethiopia so many years ago. That to say, Africa, it is the mother of the world. I always say it is that Ethiopia is the mother of Africa, and Africa is the mother of the world. And it makes sense because that's where everything began. And in Ethiopia, it was never colonized, right? And in Ethiopia, that's where the symbol of black power, the battle of Adwa between Italians and Ethiopians, happened a lot of years ago, and Ethiopia won the victory. Right now, on September, there will be inauguration of GERD, one of the biggest dams in Africa that will produce a huge megawatt of electricity. It's going to help not only Ethiopia, but the entire continent of Africa. And this is the country I love, by the way. Ethiopia is the country I love. When I sit down and start talking about Ethiopia, I can spend a whole day long talking about this country because I have so many good memories about this place. I've been there, more than 10 times, and it's been incredible, right? It's a country that actually accepted me and welcomed me to start my movement of One Africa. Right now, it is Ethiopia. Ethiopia opened up, arms for me. And we started to move. Even the launch of One Africa movement, we launched in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and that's where the HQ of African Union is. When you go to Ethiopia, you go to Addis Ababa street, you can actually feel the presence of Pan-Africanism. You know what I'm saying? You can see the banners on the street. You can see how everybody's talking about Africa, Africa, Africa. It is just beautiful. And that's where the old king of Ethiopia, King Haile Selassie, he was among the few leaders who started the movement of Organization of African Union, including Kwame Nkrumah, Julius Kambarage Nyerere, Kenyatta, and so on and so forth, Kenneth Kaunda, and other people. All these ancestors came together and started there in Ethiopia. That's where OAU began. So Ethiopia, it is the mother of Africa, but also Africa is the mother of the world. So if you want to experience pure African culture, you go to Ethiopia, you will see that, you will see, how people dress, how people, eat their food. You will see everything. You see the dance, you will see the songs. You clearly see that this is ancient culture. It's very long time ago. It has not been diluted. It is there, you can see. Ethiopia is one of the few countries in the continent, when you listen, the secular music in Ethiopia, 90% of music, they're talking about patriotism, talking about Ethiopia, talking about all this stuff. And just a little percent is talking about love and love making and all this kind of stuff that if you come to other countries, man, it's like 90-something%. So there's this zeal, there's this urge, there's this different kind of feeling. And that's why it's one of my favorite places to go to Ethiopia, because of the feeling, right? As a Pan-Africanist, as somebody who is fighting for the union of the continent and the decolonization of the minds of Africans, I always love when I get there. They have a long way to go. It's not a perfect place, but it is the place where you can experience it all. So I always tell my people that if you want to experience Africa, if you want to experience ancient Africa, go to Ethiopia. You'll actually see that. The people, the culture, the food, I love the food and everything. And today, if you go to Addis Ababa, you might think that you're not in Africa, you know what I'm saying? Because of how beautiful and clean and let there be light that city is. I call it the city of light. You'll be surprised. So probably if you want to experience culture, really old culture, you need to go to countryside, not Addis Ababa, because Addis Ababa is very well developed right now and you cannot really experience that. And I think that's something to consider. Is there any other place in Addis Ababa where you can actually go and experience the old ancient culture there in Addis Ababa? And I can go to the Museum of Adwa, but that is just a museum. But I'm talking about really experiencing the old culture. You can actually do that through eating coffee, drinking coffee, you know, in the coffee shops, in the hotels. They always have this small corner where you can experience Ethiopian culture by drinking its coffee. It's beautiful by there. One of my favorite coffees of all time, right? But let me know, Ethiopians, in the comment section. Is there a segment where, a place, a region where people, they can just go and sit and really experience the old ancient Ethiopian culture, or you need to go to the countryside? All right, guys, that aside. This is the journey to one Africa.